Good morning. I hope everyone is well. I just thought I'd do a quick story because something very extraordinary is happening down my road these for the last couple of 48 hours or so. So basically, our road is closed because of a burst pipe, and you can't really pass or you can't really drive through. There's ample signing of this fact at all intersections. So it's also been publicized on the local media and in local residents groups and so on. So this disruption is actually, for once, quite well signposted. But what I've noticed, because actually my office overlooks the road, is there's an incredible amount of cars that just drive all the way to the barrier, to the actual obstruction, realize, oh no, the road is actually closed, then turn and then speed off in the opposite direction. And I'm just fascinated by this because you are clearly informed that this road is closed, and you then choose to ignore this evidence and carry on. And what's more interesting, I think, is for drivers that say come to the scene a bit later, is because they see cars coming from the opposite direction past the road closed sign, they might assume that actually the road isn't closed, the sign is just there. So in fact, some people's inability or lack of will to accept the facts and drive all the way through all the way to the obstruction is potentially influencing other people that might as well have followed the road closed sign and the detour to pursue and to go forward, even though maybe it's against their better judgment. So it's extraordinary that some people will choose to ignore the facts, and some people, when they see others so convinced or so assertive, if you like, they will just follow that behavior despite the better judgment, maybe. It just seems to be like an extraordinary, little experiment in sort of mass psychology or people's psychology, if you like. This kind of inability or unwillingness to look at the facts in front of us or to trust the evidence of our own eyes, because it somehow interferes with our sort of, inbuilt bias that the road must be open, no, this is just a mistake. So I just wonder, what sort of evidence will people actually genuinely believe to make them change their behavior? And I find this quite extraordinary, especially when talking to clients and so on. Is, but what is it that will make you change the way you think about certain things if we are so readily prepared to ignore all evidence of the contrary? Just food for thought.